So I thought I'd change up the pace a little bit on my channel and do a little different type of video, right? So I thought I would do a little bit of research and offer some information about a get out of jail free card or your get out of jail free card, give you information on it and how to actually use it. Now, in Illinois, this is basically going to be, or the bulk of it is going to be what's called a diversion program, and I'm pretty sure there's a similar program in other states or other jurisdictions. It may not be a diversion program, or it may not be called a diversion program, but many states will have similar programs which will allow you to basically get out of jail for free, right? So now, if you want me to do a video on your particular state or your particular city, leave your questions and comments below and just let me know. And if I get around to it, I'll basically make the video. But if you like to leave a donation, of course, that's always going to force my hand and make me make that video that much quicker. Now, with that said, I'm not advocating that you go out and commit crimes because you know that you have access to a get out of jail free card. I'm not advising that. And of course, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just some guy who's reading information off the internet. So take everything I say with a grain of salt, right? So now in Illinois, particularly Chicago, there is currently a diversion program, or the diversion program has really been around for a very long time, but recently it's been revamped and there's a renewed interest in this program. And I'm not going to say why. I'm not going to say why because if I say why, I have to say who. And if we talk about who, this video is going to get a lot of bad rep because a lot of people on my channel really hate the person behind the revamping of this diversion program. So we're going to leave that person out of it, and we're just going to focus on the get out of jail free card. This information is going to be useful if you or a family member or friend has been slapped with a indictment or some charges, and they're looking for information on how to resolve this issue or resolve their issue and basically make the potential criminal eviction go away, right? So now in Illinois, particularly Chicago, there is basically 8 course-based diversion programs. And these are going to be for misdemeanors, low-level drug offenses, first-time felony offenders, and prostitution. And to me, prostitution is just kind of a funny word for whatever reason. I actually don't believe it should be a crime, but hey, maybe that's a time for another video. And just moving right along, I guess, emerging adults. I'm assuming what they mean by emerging adults are they're talking about people who are moving on from their teenage years and they're transitioning into adulthood. So I suspect this is for people anywhere from 17 to 21, right? And mental health. There's a mental health program. I'm assuming this is a program for people who have health issues, particularly mental health issues, and maybe they take medication, maybe they've been diagnosed. And there's also a program for drug addictions. And of course, there is a program for veterans, right? So basically, after you successfully complete the program, what happens is that your conviction is expunged or it's thrown out. So as of June 2019, there have been 8,000 plus people who've participated in this program so far, and these people have had their convictions expunged or never entered, right? So, and then it also gives some statistics in terms of age. You can see 35% of the people who were in this program were between the ages of 18 to 26, and basically 15% were 27 between the ages 27 and 33, and you can basically see the uh, age categories from there. And interestingly enough, I guess people 65 or older, it looks like they don't commit crimes, or they committed a crime and they just only 2% or a small fraction of these people were eligible for the diversion program. I would, just on the side note, I would wonder if there are lots of people who are over age 65 who actually commit crimes. I think at that point, they either have, when you get 65, you're probably, and you're committing crimes, I would have to imagine you haven't learned your lesson, or you have some type of drug addiction or mental illness, or so on and so forth. Leave your questions and comments below and let me know what you think about the age group of 65 and older and their rate of crime, uh, or the rate of them committing crimes. I would imagine that by that age, you've either learned your lesson, and if you haven't, like I said, you're on drugs or you have a mental illness. I don't see a whole lot of people older than 65 years old committing crimes. And another reason for this is they probably just don't have the stamina to, commit crimes. They probably have other issues which probably prevent them from getting up and walking around and actually going about their day to begin with. So how could they commit a crime? Anyway, that's just me ranting, right? So basically, some of the crimes committed, 15% were other or unclarified or unlisted, and 20% were burglary and theft, and then the huge amount is basically 65%, which was for narcotics, right? And then there are some statistics about gender and basically race. You can see what's going on here. 72% of people who entered these programs were male, and 56% were black, right? Versus 25% white and 15% Latina. It looks like Hispanic people don't commit crimes. I don't know. Leave your questions, comments below, and let me know what you think.